What are some effed up animal facts? Male dolphins will kill a female dolphin's baby in order to force her to make them a kid. Female dolphins found the best possible way they could to counter that. Females dolphins will screw every male dolphin they can until they give birth. Why? Well, so all these males can go, "Oh crap, maybe that's my kid," and not only will they protect her from danger, but they'll also protect the kid. So yeah, female dolphins get an army of bodyguards by screwing a lot. Meanwhile, some species of cuttlefish have been known for having weaker males actually impersonate female cuttlefish so that the stronger males they're competing with unwittingly end up having gay sex with them, blowing their load, and then swimming away thinking job well done. The weaker male is then free to mate with the female. Tasmanian devils live in burrows. A male will break into a female's burrow and attack her. He will hold her hostage for days, biting and clawing at her, refusing to let her leave her burrow until he wears her down and lets him mate with her. There are lizards that can literally squirt blood from their eyeballs. You're more likely to be killed by a cow than a shark. Petting birds turns them on. Female ferrets die if they do not mate once they go into heat. Lobsters' brains are located in their throats. Some frogs will make homes out of elephant dung. Several species of birds keep cool by defecating on themselves. Bored ducks become cannibals. After scorpions shed their tails, they die of constipation. When male bees mate, their sexual organs explode. Sloths almost die every time they have to poop. Otters are murderous necrophiliac interspecies sex offenders. Ladybugs eat their own offspring. Deers know the taste of human bone. Wallabies will toss their joey out of their pouch if they're being chased or threatened by a predator because it makes escape easier. Crocodiles can climb trees. Groups of meerkats have designated dictators and who assign mating couples and will harshly punish a female who is impregnated without permission. Honeybees boil hornets to death. If you keep a goldfish in a dark room, they'll turn pale. Some dogs can smell dead bodies underwater. There's a spider in Brazil whose bites causes erections that last for hours. AKA the Viagra pod. Hamsters will eat their own children. Electric eels can jump out of the water. The Romans used crushed mouse brains as toothpaste. Tarantulas consume their prey by injecting them with poison that liquefies their insides, which they then drink. Sand tiger sharks eat each other while still in the womb. The mama shark has, I'm not entirely sure, at least 100 eggs, and once they hatches inside her, they'll eat each other, and usually just one or two make it to even be out of the womb. The cordyceps fungus grows inside an insect's body, infects the brain and makes it kill itself, broadly speaking. Fortunately only works on insects. The fungus from The Last of Us is based on cordyceps. Some species of wasps sting and paralyze spiders and lay their eggs in them. The eggs will hatch and the baby wasps eat their way out. Very xenomorph-like. You know what's even more messed up? Chinese people eat a caterpillar that gets infected with the cordyceps fungus as a medicinal/health food. When I was a child, my from China parents made a soup with these fungus bugs and we'd eat them. They are called insect grass in Cantonese. I remember examining them as a kid and thinking they looked a lot like real caterpillars for a grass. So I asked my parents if it's really a plant and not a bug. They reassured me it was a plant. The betrayal. I only recently learned it's really a zombie caterpillar because I randomly stumbled upon a documentary about them on YouTube. When I confronted my parents, they just laughed at me. I am retroactively disgusted that I ate them as a child. Nearly all koalas in Australia have chlamydia. And they're all incredibly dumb. I want to know what the evolutionary advantage is to being so stupid. Like koalas struggle to drink water, not because they can't but because they don't understand, or eat leaves if not on their branches. Some will and some are more used to it, but it's still like it's right there. I can understand the advantage of developing the ability to eat something that other creatures will not, but the rest? No. Also, don't their babies eat food out of a sack right by the mother's ahem butthole? It's their food. It's poisonous, foul-smelling, and nutritionally vacant. They barely get more energy out of it than they take to digesting it, so they don't have excess energy for silly things like thinking. They're also so gross no predators want to eat them, so that's their ecological niche. They sit in a tree, drool, and eat poison food so nasty that nobody wants to eat them by association. Female butterflies have teeth in their reproductive systems. Barnacles have the largest size to penis ratio of any species. Horses cannot throw up. Male giraffes will headbutt a female in the bladder until she urinates, then it tastes the pee to help it determine whether or not the female is ovulating. Hyenas give birth through a vagina/penis and most pups don't survive. Pelicans will walk through flocks of other birds and just pick up baby chicks and eat them alive. Parents don't do anything because they can't. Baby chicks will become cannibals if you don't keep them warm enough. Ducks and geese will gang up on and assault females. You literally have to own a certain ratio of males to females to prevent the females from being assaulted to death. When female clownfish die and there's none left to reproduce, the males will turn into females and have sex with their babies. Looking for Nemo would have been messed up if it was scientifically correct. Being a female is the highest honor to clownfish. They are born without a sex and develop into males. They then fight to see who is dominant, and the winner will transform into a female and keep a harem of males. Camels have specially evolved canine teeth for the express purpose of biting off balls of other male camels. There's something called a tarantula hawk, and it is neither a tarantula nor a hawk but a wasp, and it has the most painful sting of any insect. The name tarantula hawk is not a Stone Dude meme style nickname based on it being a flying tarantula, but is derived from it preying on tarantulas. The reason it preys on tarantulas is to use them as incubators for its eggs. It stings the tarantula between the legs, drags it into a burrow, lays an egg on it, and then covers the burrow. The larva hatches and the burrows into the tarantula's abdomen, where it begins feeding. It is careful to avoid internal organs so as to keep the tarantula alive as long as possible. Eventually it emerges as a developed enough wasp and bids the tarantula adieu. My 7-year-old told me about the tarantula hawk this morning in car line. Fortunately, I don't believe she learned the part about the wasp larva daycare. The Royal Society thought that a taxidermied platypus was a prank when they saw the first one. Apparently naturalists would frequently send each other Frankenstein abominations for goofs. If the quokka feels threatened, it will throw its baby at the attacker and flee. The platypus can inject you with a venom that has been described to be as painful as hundreds of hornet stings via spurs located upon their hind legs. Killer whales will slap a seal into the air, resulting in them dying from the fall just because. Not to get food or defense, but just because they're bored. Orcas are one of the very few apex predators of the ocean. They'll actually hunt great white sharks, rip them open and eat their livers, and sometimes heart, as a sort of ocean delicacy. Sea sponges have no head, mouth, eyes, bones, heart, lungs or brains. But yet they are alive. Chickens eat chicken meat when you give it to them. Ducks gulp down their weak ducklings without even chewing on them. Only 4% of Earth's mammals are wild animals. 60% are livestock and 36% are humans. Bombardier beetles have the infamous ability to synthesize and release rapid bursts of stinky, burning hot liquid from their rear ends. These noxious emissions can kill other insects, or startle potential predators into backing off. Bald eagles' eyes are the same size as human eyes, but they taste completely different. The average horse semen contains the same amount of calories as a Whopper from Burger King. Humans and elephants are the only species to have evolved a chin. Sperm whales sleep vertically at 45 feet. Orcas, or killer whales, are misnamed due to bad translation. They are whale killers. Tasmanian devils give birth to 24 joeys despite only having 4 nipples. The first 4 joeys to find the nipples get to live. The rest get eaten by their mother so they don't starve to death. Orcas have learned that turning sharks upside down causes toxic immobilization and will go after them for that reason just to eat their livers. Coconut crabs are basically mindless zombies that will hunt down any smell of food/blood within miles. They won't stop. They say Amelia Earhart crash landed on Howland Island, possibly, which is littered with coconut crabs. It's speculated she was killed by them, along with possible injuries, with crabs surrounding her in the hundreds. A gruesome death to be torn apart by those things. They are the largest invertebrates and would be larger with more oxygen in the air. I hate the freaking things. If a hog or pig gets stuck on something, like a fence, and there's other pigs around, they will eat the stuck pig alive. Chimpanzees attack the eyes, lips and fingers of other chimps to leave them disfigured and unable to survive rather than killing them on the spot. They will also maul the genitals of male apes to prevent them from reproducing. Chimps are bastards. Kangaroos are the worst moms in the world. If they see a predator, they will throw their baby at it and run away. They do this because they can suspend development of a fertilized egg and start it whenever they want, so they just start growing another baby as soon as they toss the bait baby. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, share your support. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below.